to pick their waste, so that waste is not managed by everybody. That's part of the problem. When you leave waste to be managed by everybody, people will dump it in the trenches at night, people will dump it to wetlands at night, and you will have a total mess.
As the National Environment Management Authority concludes its environment compliance monitoring tour in the Albertine Graben, there has been a call for the adoption of composting of wastes instead of relying on dumping sites.
So we shouldn't go back into dumping site. We should work together to design a proper waste management facility. It may not be so advanced as to energy recovery for now, that's futuristic, but at least composting and recovery of waste can be achieved within the means we have. And then we shall have a complete loop from the household to transporter to the bulk waste reception and management. We know the capacity is still low, but our people should be supporting you now as we develop your capacity. Our plan is to ensure that at least every city environment office has a noise meter given by NEMA, which we shall support you with those tools. A noise meter, a GPS, basic tools for day-to-day environment work. That one we shall give you.
There has been a call to politicians to as well join the struggle of protecting and nurturing the environment so that it's safe for living.
We need to make sure that we remain strong. Even when we want to vote, we can only read the people who arrive. If they are dead, then obviously we have nobody to do. So I want to request those of us who are politicians to remember that the environment is there to protect us, and we also need to protect it.
National Environment Management Authority concludes its 4 days field monitoring exercise, which was driven at monitoring all aspects of the environment in Luwero, Masindi, Hoima, and the Albertine Graben. Marion Awori, reporting for UBC.
Thank you, Marion. Now from the Albertine, let's cross over to Wakiso. Mothers of children with special needs gathered in Buwate in Wakiso district for a supporting meeting aimed at sharing experiences and finding better ways to care for their children. The mothers highlighted the challenges of raising children with disabilities who represent about 6% of Uganda's child population. Mero brings us to speed.
Mothers of children with special needs have opened on challenges of raising children with disabilities who represent about 6% of Uganda's child population.
Yes, we've talked about our children, but we've taken time to just enjoy each other's company, have fun, and just have a moment of respite. But we've also taken time to learn a few things about our children and how we can support them. For example, giving our children choices, understanding that our children can communicate regardless of their disabilities.
They were recently gathered in Buwate in Wakiso district, where they highlighted the challenges of raising children with disabilities.
Because I had this vision to become a pharmacist. And when I did my A-levels, I didn't get the grades to become a pharmacist.
Grace Serukenya, a mother with a child with special needs, stressed the need to eliminate stigma against children with special needs.
One of the things that we've all come to an agreement is that we want to reduce stigma over our children, because this is very, very prevalent in this country. And most of us have been talking about our different experiences of how when we go out and people stare at us because we are working with our children. But we are determined to walk out with confidence and take our children out there.
A mother by the name of Evelyn Banga appealed for greater government support for caregivers and families, noting the unique demands of raising children with special needs.
And we are going to make enough noise about helping caregivers to children that have special needs. And here in these spaces, we're going to have solutions come up. We are going to have bodies come up. We are going to have the government involved, because these children have purpose. These caregivers are not supposed to be home helpless. We are going to come out and help. And this is why we are here, to help the caregivers. So groups as these are coming together to help mothers heal. And when you heal the caregiver, you're killing the child.
Special children require extra support in education, health and social activities to ensure they can grow into fulfilling lives. Marsha Miro Victor, UBC News.
Thank you, Miro, for that. The contractor of the new Lake Victoria Basin Commission headquarters in Kisumu, Kenya, has officially handed over the building following completion of the second phase. Now, the Commission, a coordinating arm of the East African Community, oversees programs in all EAC partner states, including Uganda. Among its Ugandan projects is the 5-year climate change adaptation program in Masaka and Mubende districts. Now, the Principal Secretary in Kenya's State Department for Public Works, Honorable Joel Amronganye, handed over the building to LVBC Executive Secretary Dr. Masinde Bwire. Take a watch.
The region have accepted. 09 dot
to say the phase 1 and phase 2 is over now, and the defect liability period is for the next 1 year, and phase 3 is to commence. I want to say, to assure the partner states, and especially this one that is coming when His Excellency President William Ruto is the summit chair, that we have been able to deliver this for the East African.
Building is actually the icon of the East African integration. It is the symbol to commitment of the regional cooperation, environmental sustainability, and institutional growth of the Victoria Basin Commission. And actually is the icon to prove that our partner states are very much cooperative and join as one East Africa. We say this because the funds for construction here have been contributed equally by both partner states. It has been the funds from taxpayers' money of East African people. We are very proud of our East African people, taxpayers, and also the head of states of the East African community.
Now, from Kisumu, Kenya, we are crossing back to Uganda here in Bushenyi. The National Resistance Movement government has been applauded for policies that favor girl-child's education and women emancipation. This was at St. Agnes Secondary School in Bushenyi on the occasion of announcing a monumental feat at the school that has, for 21 years, only had advanced level, but it will start next year introducing the ordinary level. Let's take a watch.
We have been encouraged by the Minister of Education and Sports, Her Excellency Janet Kataham Seveni. She has really given us encouraging words as the girl children, and we really can't take it for granted. Thank you so much.
I want to strongly support our mighty party, NRM, and our government under the leadership of President Yoweri Museveni for having liberalized education. Otherwise, if education had not been liberalized, we wouldn't be where we are. True, we may not be getting direct support, but that is the support we cannot take for granted.
Yeah, probably I will say very thankful, because being ready and I'm heading a school is enough to appreciate the effort the government has put in empowering girl, child and woman emancipation as a whole. So I believe that with good governance, especially where there is gender equality, It gives the girl child, the woman, and anybody who is in society to serve better. St. Agnes has been proud, a proud school of 20 years serving only A level. And now the dream of so many people is coming true, because we had so many people requesting we start O level, but we had to prepare the environment to its best to even match the young ones as they come.
Now at about 20 minutes, UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but we shall do return with business.
Vandalism is an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
A very welcome back from that commercial break. Now UBC Lunchtime News continues. Now let's talk financial literacy. The public has been urged to acquire financial literacy skills to enable them invest in development projects that will enable them earn. Now the chairperson, National Women's Council, Farida Kimboa, said this while officiating the Kalume Foundation third graduation ceremony at Abusha Junior School in Namagaza, Bombo, Luwero district. At least 262 graduates were awarded with certificates in financial literacy and management skills. Let's take a watch.
The chairperson, National Women's Council, Farida Chibowa, has also advised women empowered with skills and employment to desist from running away from their husbands and families.
Marriage is key because we need it. We need to look after our children. We need to look after those husbands of ours. We need to manage a home. A woman is a starting point of a home. but the fact is you need money in that home.
Farida Chibowa has appealed to Greater Luwero people to only vote for President Yoweri Museveni and other NRM candidates in the upcoming 2026 general elections.
Because we want now 90%. The president has done a lot for this country. We cannot take all what Musei has done for this country unnoticed.
The director, Kalume Foundation, Haj Major Abbeka Kalume, says that graduates have been equipped with all key aspects of financial literacy skills.
Goal that is coming up. Our intention was to start with Katikam South. We are now going to the whole district, the whole region, and in the future we shall go to the whole Uganda, so that people get money. That 1 million from a parish development model is very important. But how are you going to invest this money?
Haj Kalume reveals that he started the financial literacy skills training program in Katikam South constituency after realizing that many government programs eradicate poverty, starting from Intandikwa to parish development model, have not been doing well because of financial literacy skills gaps. Some of the graduates revealed that the course has empowered them with practical financial skills that they will need in their day-to-day financial decisions. Ms. Chibowa also launched the Abusha Development Bombo Circle, which has its offices in Bombo Town, Luwero District.
Now let's talk sports. Praise Swim Club is set to compete at this weekend's Dolphins Fast and Furious 7th edition at Kampala Parents School. As one of Uganda's youngest clubs, Praise hopes to mark its mark at the meet. Let's take a watch.
Praise Swim Club is set to compete at this weekend's Dolphins Fast and Furious 7th edition at Kampala Parents School. As one of Uganda's youngest clubs, Praise hopes to make its mark at the meet.
3, 2, 1!
Debutant Christine Abiel expressed optimism about her first appearance.
And this is my first gala, Dolphins Fast and Furious. My favorite stroke is probably free. And I'm looking forward to getting medals, getting a new PB, and probably like socializing, meeting new people, like experiencing a gala in general.
Her teammates also shared their excitement ahead of the competition.
I'm excited for this Dolphins Fast and Furious because I think it's important for us to constantly be testing out how we are with our competitors and being able to improve our times. And I think it will be an exciting event. I think it will be very competitive.
What I'm excited for is to win all of my races. And I expect to do a good job in the Dolphins Gala to make new times. I want to win all the medals in all my races to be the best swimmer.
I am hoping that with the help of my fellow competitors, I will be able to maybe beat them. And I'm also hoping to be the first in butterfly, 50 fly and 50 free.
The Dolphins Meet is a key platform for junior swimmers to showcase their talent. Marsha Miro Victor, UBC News.
Thank you, Miro, for that. Now, the 7th edition of the Dolphins Fast and Furious Swim Meet is set for this weekend at Kampala Parents School in Naguru. Dolphins Swim Club, one of Uganda's biggest, is hosting the event. Miro brings us to speed.
Over 600 swimmers from 26 clubs are expected to compete in style, speed, and flair. Dolphin Swim Club, one of Uganda's biggest, is hosting the event. Coach Tony Kasuja says the competition will showcase thrilling swimming talent.
So we're interested on athletes showcasing maximum speed when it comes to swimming, and that was its first aim. The other objective is that it gives opportunities to the swimmers to compete with the best of the swimmers that we have in the country. Not all swimmers have got opportunities to go and compete in World Championship, but we try as much as possible to ensure that we give them that opportunity and also showcase a competitive environment when it comes to the sport of swimming.
For the first time in Ugandan swimming, a secret cash prize will be awarded to athletes who break meet records in the 50 meters and 100-meter individual medley events.
So apart from the trophies that you all seen, we have mascots for those guys who've been following swimming at international level. These are given out as prizes. But we also are giving out cash prizes for the guys who will be able to break the previous Dolphins Fast and Furious records. So we'll be giving out money to these swimmers.
Marsha Miro Victor, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Miro. Now, with that story from Miro, UBC Lunchtime News comes to the very end. But please do follow us later for our other bulletins. That is Habari at 6:30 and UBC Radio at 7 p.m. Then later on, UBC Tonight at 8 and 10. I am Brian Tumwine Pierhanga. Have a good afternoon.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.